If you've ever wondered what it would be like to explore the Scottish Highlands, now you can in A Highland Song. In this video, I'm going to be grinding down a Highland Song and giving a full review on the game. If you're new here, my name is Beck, aka Caffeinated Chaos Click, and I make content all about indie games. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more indie game reviews, recommendations, playthroughs, and more. Without further ado, let's grind this game down and see how it brews. From the moment you open the game, A Highland Song has that magical quality that just draws you in. The story follows Moira, a 15-year-old lass who runs away from home, journeying across the Highlands to the sea to meet her uncle. Along the way, you'll come across different locations, items, and people who all have stories of their own, and the landscape is full of mystery and wonder. A Highland Song has probably one of the most interesting and captivating stories I've ever experienced in a game. The developers have nailed the concept of making you a part of the story, and you truly feel like it's unfolding before you. The magic of this game comes in the snippets of story you get as you progress through the Highlands, in the form of some amazing narration from different characters, Moira's internal monologue, and of course the different things you come across on your journey. The game is completely story rich, but it makes the storytelling part of the game in that you need to keep exploring to really uncover all of the mysteries of the Highlands. I will say that reaching the lighthouse in the end was a little disappointing for me, and if you're looking for a story with a solid conclusion, you probably will be left feeling the same. But what the game lacks in a finite ending, it makes up for in content, and each time you journey through the Highlands, you'll uncover more and more of woven story that has been impeccably integrated into the game. I will say that the game has kind of a haunted vibe that really skyrockets your curiosity levels and drives you to make it to the lighthouse, but also makes you want to find out everything about the world, which is exactly what a good story should do. For story and world building, I'm rating A Highland Song as fully caffeinated. A Highland Song functions as a walking / exploration simulation game where you're able to run, jump, and climb your way through the Highlands. It can be tricky to navigate which route to take, and you'll often find yourself struggling to climb up a cliff only to come up against a dead end and have to struggle all the way back down. The use of the peaks and maps is interesting and can get challenging with some of the more obscure maps as you try and find all of the hidden pathways and landmarks in each part of the Highlands. I did really like that you can locate different areas from the peaks, and it really drives you to find all the maps so you can get those shortcuts to make the journey easier. The survival mechanic of the game is both frustrating and well executed, the perfect mix. Having the wind, rain, and other weather conditions affect your healing rate is really intuitive and makes the journey all that more challenging. Add in that your sleep quality affects your overall health, and you've got a great side challenge that adds a bit more risk to your adventure. I do wish there was a hunger mechanic added in, as I feel like this would really take the survival aspect to a new level, but overall I think it adds a touch of realism to the game. The addition of the musical rhythm challenges was a welcome addition to the Highland world, and I loved how they cleverly used them to allow you to quickly navigate through what would otherwise be long and boring sections of the Highlands. Overall, A Highland Song has some solid mechanics that allow for a challenging but really enjoyable experience that is just the right balance of frustrating and rewarding. There is definitely room for improvement for some more features to be added, particularly in the survival mechanics and in the rhythm section, that would really elevate the game to another level. For game mechanics, I'm rating A Highland Song as juiced. The graphic and sound design for A Highland Song are truly a knockout for me. The graphic style is whimsical but beautiful at the same time, and the stunning watercolor type style really brings to life the Highlands. The design really transports you to the pages of a book, and while it can get difficult to work out which paths are traversable, the whole game has a really hauntingly beautiful aesthetic. The music in the game is amazing, and I particularly like the use of prominent Scottish music in the rhythm sections, as it truly made you feel like you were in the Highlands. The voice acting is absolutely phenomenal, really cementing the bedtime story feel the game has, and adding so much detail to the game, and really making you want to find out more about the characters and their stories. The sound effects are equally as entrancing, adding so much life to the game, and really putting a cherry on top of the hauntingly beautiful storybook feel that the game has. For graphics and sound, I'm rating A Highland Song as fully caffeinated. A Highland Song is one of those games that's really hard to put into one box, and I think that makes it really original. I've not come across a lot of games set in the Scottish Highlands, and the way they've integrated the story into the world is really unique. The combination of an exploration simulator with a survival game with a rhythm game is something I've not seen done before, and I think they've really nailed the balance between the three different aspects of gameplay. This is definitely not like anything I've played before, and it's difficult to compare to other games. So for originality, I'm rating A Highland Song as fully caffeinated. A Highland Song was one of my most anticipated games for the year, and it definitely did not disappoint. The story is hauntingly beautiful and atmospheric, and combined with the solid game mechanics, it makes for a really great gameplay experience that drives you to immerse yourself in the Scottish Highlands. The graphic and sound design is really well done, capturing the beautiful essence of the Highlands, and the music features in the rhythm sections is one of my favourite parts of the game. Overall, the game is completely unlike anything else I've played, and really carves out a unique space to sit on the gaming shelf. We've ground the beans, we've carefully weighed and pressed the grinds and brewed this game down. Now, it's time for a taste test. A Highland Song is fully caffeinated. A Highland Song is available to purchase on Steam. You can find the link in the description below, and that's where we're going to wrap up this review video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more indie game content like reviews, playthroughs, recommendations, and more. Until next time.